Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego should die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Four Sides of the Ring. I missed last week. Your boy had the little bubbly guts, but Mike did a good job filling in for me, brother. So I appreciate you. So that's the first man I bring to the stage tonight with me. Introducing Mikey Mother Effing Cutlets. Welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, channel? Shout out to our Nick. Shout out to you. Shout out to the world. Shout out to AEW. Man, what a weekend it's been.
It is a week. We will get into everything momentarily, along with a 10 bells salute and tribute to my New York Knicks. The one that makes you say, fuck, it's him again. Another episode of trivia. The one that makes you say, goddamn, isn't it Ram?
What's up?
How we doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. You know, besides, AI taking over my life, putting Snapchat filters where your eyes are closed. The way technology nowadays is crazy, bro. Everyone knows I'm the guy who never sleeps, just like New York City. I'm that guy, bro.
That's mad funny. And last on to the stage, my mortal enemy for the next 2 weeks, if OKC makes it to the finals, the poopy boy himself. He is no longer a wrestling guru because you can check the trivia. My mans don't know ish about nothing. So he demanded a new name. He is allegedly the last keeper of kayfabe, the poopy boy himself.
This Last Keeper of Kayfabe. Yes, way better.
How is it way better? It doesn't make no sense. How are you the last keeper of kayfabe?
We got to keep kayfabe alive. I'm one of the last.
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't.
Alive.
You didn't say one of the last keepers. You said the last keeper. Like you the only mofo keeping it active.
We don't need to get into the details of it.
I want the semantics. I want the semantics. Who dubbed you the last keeper in kayfabe?
The wrestling community.
But I was there. I saw the ceremony.
Mikey Cutlets was there. You
they
just
knighted him and everything, dude. They took a pen and they put the fucking pen over his shoulders like this 3 times.
Yeah.
And then they fucking knighted him and they said, "You are now the last keeper of kayfabe." And now he has to stand at attention, every day like this. He's gonna do a step up routine. But
it's mad funny. It's mad funny. This must have happened when you guys went to go get merch, but instead you guys went to go share the same stall in the bathroom apparently because
we got merch too.
At the end of the day, friends have to look out for each other. All right, we all looking out for each other, same stall or not, buddy.
Listen, right? I will say, if you did go into the bathroom at the Louis Armstrong Stadium, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh card taped to the wall. I don't know if anybody.
There was
the Chud Toad the Chud jumped some shit. I took a picture of it because I had to because when in New York, stick a Yu-Gi-Oh card to the
I kind of noticed
the men's
it,
room sign.
That was around the time that channel almost had me 50-1.
Yeah,
grabs me by the shoulder and goes, "Did you know this guy's an OKC fan?" And there's the whole crowd just erupts behind me. Oh, bro. I'm like,
to be fair,
I
I would have made sure it was a light jumping. You know what I mean? The moment I seen boots, I would have held it down for you, good brother.
He did say that. He did announce that.
Oof.
He said, "Let him take off his glasses first," and I was very thankful for that. At least.
I guess I was buggy for a little second there.
Yeah, well, when the arena's stadium is 95% dudes, this is the inverse of if you went to a Taylor Swift concert.
Or any
men's
concert.
room lines, is very short. Women's lines through the roof, out the door, around the bend. hitting over the Brooklyn Bridge, type shit. But it was
what I will say is real quick, but before we move on, is from my experience, I don't know if you boys would agree, this is probably one of the best merch that AEW's had in a minute. I remember Channel when we went to Forbidden Door a while ago, we was kind of upset because it was
miserable.
It was bad, but they had really good merch. They had a few stands. So like the first one me and Mikey went to, they didn't have what we wanted. Went to the next one, they had what we wanted. I spent a little too much than I needed to, but I'm still happy.
Listen, the merch situation, it was a tough scene, man. There wasn't the sizing. That's the thing. There was no larges. That's what everybody is. Everybody's a large. So you were kind of SOL for large and XL. So 2X, 3X, and 4X, plenty to go around, of course. But those shorter sizes, everything was pretty much sold out. Like within like an hour or two. I mean, good on them for having at least 3 stores. They did have that big one at the bottom too. We walked by. Merch was solid, but they got to do something about the sizes, man. You had 16,000. Prepare a little bit better. You don't want to sell out within an hour.
I went to that line. I said, I want the Osprey jersey. I need a 2X. Do you have one? She said, I definitely do. I said, oh, okay.
Did she say it like that? Really? Oh my God!
Damn! All right, wait. All right, let's put a little nip on this for a second, real quick. Let's get through our regular early morning shenanigans before we get back into our experience at Double or Nothing. Let's play our favorite game. Where is the Zombie King? Yes. No, this is the one I care about. Okay, so Saturday, June 27th, Winter Circle. Wrestling is a triple threat match for the Roku Championship. The Zombie King versus Jeff Skywalker. Stupid name, and Chris Rex. Doors open at 6 p.m. This is in Queens, Flushing, New York. Tickets available now. I still don't know what the VIP experience, but it is a backstage experience. I'm assuming the Roku champion is gonna put on some Roku for you in the background.
Oh, Roku and chill, dog. That's not a backstage experience. That sounds like a backdoor experience.
Bazinga! Oh God! That's what you're gonna wake up to on top of you. It's gonna be disgusting.
That was
some Leo Rush.
I guess I'll let you fellas know if I'm able to go to that show. It's funny. I was telling the boys before we went on live on here that I'm gonna try to make it to that show to see the Zombie King. So if I'm able to see the Zombie King and I get the $100 backstage, I'll let you guys know on my experience.
Wait!
I know the Zombie King. Leave me alone. Just running down the hallway.
What else Ant got? I know there's only one other match card that I'm really excited for. Or is that it? The Voice of God.
You waiting for Bean Dip?
Yeah,
I'm waiting for Bean Dip.
That's it. Sadly,
Passed.
Bean Dip's no more.
Bean Dip is no more.
It's so sad. I officially retire as Bean Dip's manager, so my name is no longer Baked Bush Pinto. He was a good man. He was a good man. I guess I was trying to prolong this as long as possible, but I guess it's time for my least favorite segment.
All
right, guys, it's time to mark your calendars.
All righty. So, as Channel just mentioned, it is time to mark our calendars. And if you guys aren't familiar yet with this segment, this is the part of the show where we dig through wrestling history like a wrestling fan with way too much insomnia and way too many tabs open. Every episode, my goal is to go back and ask, who approved this? Who got powerbombed because of this? And occasionally, how did this company even survive this? Today, we're going to stop the clock on May 28th, a date that gave us a sequel pay-per-view that only exists because the original got bodied by the weather. A championship reign that lasted as long as your confidence does once that blue chews wears off, and enough chops in England to qualify as aggregated assault. So I want you boys to tighten up those knee pads, hide them title belts, and if you see thunderclouds over a wrestling ring, you should probably leave. Because our first stop is going to take us to 1996, where Mother Nature herself apparently cuts a promo on the WWF. So picture this. It's May 26th. The WWF at that time is running a show, In Your House, Beware of Dog. It's an outdoor show. However, there is some bad weather, so it's already a risky idea. Because putting wrestling outside is basically telling Lightning, hey, are you trying to get a shift tonight? And sure enough, a storm does hit. The power dies. The broadcast gets obliterated. People at home are probably sitting watching that black TV screen wondering if The Undertaker finally won. And Vince McMahon is probably backstage committing a future documentary. So the company ends up panicking. And their solution, running it back. Not next week, not next month, not even after a meeting, but 2 days later. Which is why history gave us the greatest accidental sequel title ever. Beware of Dog 2. That sounds less like wrestling and more like the worst movie ever made. Like, somewhere out there, there's a direct-to-DVD cover with The Undertaker fighting a Rottweiler in a steel cage, while Jim Ross is desperately trying to tell us that this is good for business. And to be honest with y'all, I probably would have rented that shit twice. But for the card itself, half the roster is either becoming legends or becoming trivia questions. Triple H is still doing that rich snob gimmick. There's no corporate power, no water bottle with the volcanic spit, no time to play the game, no throne, no Game of Thrones. I decided to keep that in, all right, y'all? But y'all can't lie. He was still part of his House of Candle sales era. Triple H at that time looked like the assistant manager at a Yankee candle store and took scent descriptions way too seriously. And then on top of that night, he ends up losing to Mark Romero, which feels pretty insane now considering one guy becomes wrestling royalty while the other accidentally becomes part of wrestling's longest running debate about Sable. Then you got Shawn Michaels versus the British Bulldog. It's a title match. There's chaos everywhere. The ref goes down. A backup ref runs in. Both guys get pinned. Nobody knows who won. It looked less like a finish and more like the WWE accidentally opened the floor for discussion. And the real reason to that, y'all, HBK's knees were hanging on with hopes, prayers, athletic tape, and the power of denial. So Creative looked at this situation and basically said, all right, nobody wins. We'll just figure this out in a parking lot. But then comes Austin and Sergio Vega, a Caribbean strap match, which sounds like it could be a wrestling match or something the TSA politely asks you to explain after your flight from DR. Anyways, Austin loses, Ted DiBiase leaves, and accidentally, this actually helps create Stone Cold. Now, I want you guys to imagine that. History changes because a man got whipped with leather. Weather is ridiculous. There was also another match on that card where we see Vader and Yokozuna. And during that match, I'm sure somewhere off in the distance, OSHA was just watching that match, just looking with their hands on their hips, because that match was just fucking hard hitting. They made an honest ring out of that squared circle. That mat itself discovered true fear that night. And finally, for the main event of that card, we had The Undertaker versus Goldust in a casket match. It was honestly another pretty decent match. Maybe some time after the match was going by, we see The Undertaker open the coffin and Mankind is just there. Like, he's just straight up waiting, hiding in the box for like fucking 20 minutes. And I'm thinking, that's not wrestling. That's fucking commitment. That's a hostage situation with an opening theme. Mick Foley really looked at Oxygen and was like, I think I'll catch it later. Now, if hiding in a coffin sounds insane, I want you guys to hear about this championship run that had the life expectancy of warm milk. Because now we're going to jump to 2001, over in Calgary, Raw, the Invasion era. And wrestling in 2001 was basically, what if every episode had the energy of a family reunion that suddenly became a street fight? The hardcore title is under 24/7 rules, meaning you could lose it at any time, anywhere, any place, in a parking lot, in a hallway, probably a Wendy's drive-thru if Vince felt creative enough for it. So Chris Jericho at that time wins it. The hometown crowd explodes. Everybody's happy. It's honestly a beautiful moment, especially cinematically watching that match back. However, that moment only lasts for about 60 seconds because Rhino appears out of fucking nowhere as if the WWE stashed Spider-Man under the ring or something. I mean, he absolutely gores this man on the entrance stage. Fucking just gores him. Pins him immediately, steals the belt, and that was that. Rhino was the new champion. And just like that, Rhino would become the first ECW, WCW guy to officially snatch WWF gold during the Invasion era, which honestly does fits because the Invasion storyline was basically custody court with entrance music. Ayo, everybody wanted them kids. Nobody trusted the paperwork. Raw had visitation rights. Nitro wanted weekends. ECW was just happy somebody answered the goddamn phone. Now, while North America was busy fighting over title belts, companies, and visitation rights, Europe was over there solving problems with fucking chest trauma. Because now we're going to jump to 2018, Sheffield, England, Defiant Wrestling. It was a three-way match between Zack Sabre Jr., Travis Banks, and Walter. Now, if you've never seen Indy Walter, that man was terrifying, y'all. Modern Gunther is scary, but Indy Walter looked like he collected war maps. And those chops, man, them shits were not strikes. Them shits was formal complaints. You ever heard a chop so large, you start apologizing, you're not even in the fucking match. That's who Walter was. Dude hit people like they owed him rent for 7 months. So he ends up winning the title. The WWE signs him, turns him into Gunther, and just like that, history happens. And honestly, that's the beauty of wrestling. Today's indie psychopath is tomorrow's Hall of Famer. But before we close the vault, guys, May 28th does have some birthdays. A big shout out to Chaz Warrington, who's one half of the Headbangers, proof that wrestling once looked at a mosh pit and thought, yeah, we could probably make them some wrestlers. Another shout out to Jeremy Borash, just because I thought it was pretty interesting, man. He's been fucking everywhere. TNA, WWE, production, announcing. He's honestly had more random side quests than an over-leveled Skyrim character. And last but not least, a special shout out to our architect, Seth freaking Rollins. A man who wrestles like anxiety and confidence had a baby. And somehow that baby discovered designer jackets. He's probably the only man alive who could dress like a supervillain during Fashion Week and walk into that arena 30 minutes later, just in time to stomp us into next Thursday for another episode of Four Sides of the Ring. Because this is why we're going to keep marking our calendars. Because this business is insane. One day you're hiding in a coffin, surviving on vibes and low oxygen. One day you're getting gored before your hometown celebration even finishes. And one day you're in England committing chess-based war crimes before becoming one of the most dominant champions on this planet. These are three different eras, three completely unhinged moments, all somehow sharing the same squared on that calendar, which honestly feels a little bit irresponsible. My name's Taino, the last keeper of kayfabe, and we'll be back next week with a new segment of Marking Your Calendar. Thank you.
Hey, Tina, that was really good, bro. You write these jokes yourself, or you type them into ChatGPT?
No, I write my jokes. That's why I try to have it done before Monday. And I'm like, I took out a joke because I'm like, I don't know if anyone get it. It was like a BoJack reference, so I was like, let me take it out. I don't know if anyone, but anyways, appreciate the time, y'all. That
BoJack, like the wrestler BoJack?
Oh no, like Horseman.
BoJack Horseman. Love that show.
Well, BoJack the wrestler is even better. All right,
I agree.
Let's bring your favorite host back.
Oh, where's Channel? Did I scare him off with my second?
I am Channel. Look, he's just pretending to be me.
Oh, here he is.
Segment.
My
man's mentioned into your house something. I called my therapist immediately. I was like, please help me. I don't know how much time I have left. I need somebody
Rick,
to help.
Totally, Rick. They were showing some of the promo packages leading up to that match, and I was like, I didn't know that they were that like heavy into a feud, and it was actually really good. It was.
Don't ignore my slander. My therapist called. I was on the phone with my therapist for a couple of minutes, and then my Mac just shut off. So Tease's Crisis. I don't know why his name is. His rapper name is T-Face. He's actually the one that does our intro. So go on Spotify and look up T-Face. God bless, brother. Thank you for the intro music. Yeah, all of us know it. It's a really catchy theme song. We appreciate you, brother. And that is the only compliment TJ is gonna get out of me.
And he got it live on air, so it'll forever live.
He's gonna play that every.
Save it as
he's gonna clip it and play it every time before he goes to bed.
Every time you're mean to him, he's just gonna play it back to you.
Much love to my good brother, man.
Really quickly before we move on, I just wanted to mention. I was telling Marcus when I sent him my lineup for this week's of Marking the Calendar. The Defiant Wrestling matchup from 2018, y'all. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. I know every so often I'll be like, hey, check out this match, and it's maybe a little old, but 2018 isn't far off, and that match still holds up. It's not just a technical matchup, but it's fucking hard hitting, bro. And you
Really
do
good.
see a little bit of a different style between Walter and Gunther, and it was a good matchup. So I just wanted to say that.
You're not having me watch a Zack Sabre Jr. match. I'm telling you that right now.
I know.
There's,
But it's a Walter match.
I don't care. You're not getting a Zack Sabre Jr. match out of me ever again. So if you didn't know, now that we can get all the pressing stuff out the way. Now, if you guys didn't know, the gang was in New York this past weekend. Mike flew in from the West Coast. Net Ram and Marcus. Look why this man stands tough. Notice that this man did not have his fours up. Look at my guys in the stand on the ferry. How adorable. Then look, my man's BP was overcompensating, and Mikey Cutlass, being the good guy he is, threw up the 2 set of fours with him. My man's was throwing up 16s. You know what I mean?
Eventually, that's how many sides of the ring is going to be on here. More members. It's just all right.
Yeah, tell TJ that he's gotta reset we need 16 sides of the ring.
16 sides.
Zack Sabre Jr. over Seth Rollins is a fact, though.
He don't listen to TJ. He's just chat GBT and answer for you guys. Hey, and they went to go see the Zombie King the rest of this past Saturday at TCW. The boys had a good time. They made the wrestlers fall in love with them, and we should have some TCW guys on soon.
Yeah. Hey, Sean. Oh, fuck Sean. Ah, a bastard.
Bear
Hey.
Bronson.
Bear.
He's a cool cat, man.
Nah, yeah, man.
Super
The guys came up this weekend. We did a whole bunch of things. They walked through Chinatown, had some dumplings. They met my son, Little Grayson, and Grayson was antagonizing Brandon, like he always does.
Was he really?
Yeah, Brandon told me a joke earlier this morning that I didn't even know what happened. They were sitting right next to me. But yeah, man, the guys came up. They did some indie stuff. They did some touristy stuff. We did some wrestling stuff. We also did some content, some 3-count trivia. We was asking people how many members were in the Don Callis family. It was really funny because there was this mom. We asked this group of like 5. Was it, Ram? It was like 5-6 people.
It was like 5 people, yeah.
I love how you know where I'm going with this. And this mom was like, "Oh my God, sweetie, you should know the answer to this." She's like, "Oh my God, yes, I do know the answer to this. The number of the Don Callis family is like 4, 5." It was like, "Go up." Nah, but we don't know the answer to that. It was 16, but now it is 15. Through some technical difficulties. But it was fun, man. Me and the guys had a real good time. Also, we met Rick 8-Bit and Booking Like a Mark for the first time. They've been our good brothers for about a good while now. And we met them in person. Amazing gentlemen. It was a real pleasure to go meet them.
Yeah.
It was a real pleasure to hang out with everybody, drinking in a makeshift parking lot.
Yeah.
During a light rain.
Yeah,
Nice,
Channel
like,
parked in
drizzle.
like a mud. I don't even know what that was. It was just street
what it
mud
is?
and puddle and.
You know what it is? There's no parking lots in that area because everything is designated for City Field. You know what I mean? So it's
funny, bro. As I was walking through that, I'm like, I thought they were getting rid of all this shit. Like, where's the casino and the nice roads and like, I'm like, that not this part. It's the other side.
Casino? Right? There's a casino coming over that side.
They're building.
They got the licenses. But we did a whole bunch of things, gentlemen, and it was truly a pleasure and an honor to have you guys in my city for a good wrestling show. I do love you guys so much for coming out. I had a grand old time. You guys got to see me in rare drunk form. Tino's dealt with me for over 20 years now, so you know that's like a regular Wednesday. It got to the point they even got me to defend Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
we're defending Chris Jericho.
I was defending.
I looked to my right, and Channel was cheering, y'all.
Now, whoa.
I seen you, bro. You were singing, and you were like, "Fucking go, Jericho!" Fucking, I saw that, bro. I saw that.
You gotta stop hitting that weed pen, my boy. Them drugs is getting to you. So without further, does any of you guys have anything to talk about with New York or the show before? We're gonna get into the show and pictures, but anything before we start diving into the Double or Nothing show itself?
TCW was a good show.
Okay.
And if you're on the indie scenes, they did a good show. They entertained. They interacted with fans. Good overall indie show.
Hey, listen, and the Zombie King's over there, so that's always a good reason to go watch. Not
They
on a
had
bad
Pyro.
guy.
They
Had
had
Pyro.
Pyro, which was impressive for a local indie. I mean, funny enough, I was, me and the founder were talking, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of like a nice appetizer for Sunday, for Double or Nothing, right? See a little indie wrestling in a fucking outdoor roller hockey ring that has no siding, that's wide open, that just has a roof on top of your head. Funny enough." That's what the Louis Armstrong Stadium is, but bigger. Had no idea. I'd be freezing my dick off the entire weekend, but it was great, man. Little frozen dick and hanging out with the boys. You know what I mean?
Never hurt anyone.
Never hurt nobody.
You know what's mad funny? It was really funny about it being cold. Whenever somebody had pyro, it was mad nice.
It was amazing. I'm just over here like
fire. I was like, yeah. But man, it was great hanging out with you guys, meeting up with you guys for the first time. Obviously, getting to meet everybody's favorite keeper of kayfabe, and of course the founder for the first time.
That's such a bullshit. That's such a bullshit title. It doesn't even exist.
Let him have his titles.
No,
I'm mouthing off with Mike. I don't really do much mouthing off these days. I just kind of
play him trivia
talk.
Listen. Last Keeper of Kayfabe is better than the Wrestle Guru, because just make sure you guys check out that trivia with me doing it. There's a reason why we have to change up Wrestle Guru. All right, because all I know is that I don't know anything at all. All right.
What it is
for the giggles.
Nitram is just an absolute menace. He's a terrorist.
He's a trivia terrorist.
He's
a trivia terrorist, bro.
I really thought they were easy questions, and after every show, they were just like, "These are some hard questions." And I was like,
he was like, "What is Bandito's kayfabe middle name?"
Yeah, the fog machine. They needed to turn that off ASAP.
Yeah,
but I will say, the fog did help kind of disclose and kind of help blend in any other fog that may have been blown into the air. So I'm just
all
saying.
Right, guys. So let's shenanigan a photo our way through this Double or Nothing card. Bear with me if I do. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
All right.
Wide awake.
I mean,
wide
awake. I'm saying AI.
What's mad funny? That's mad funny. I was about to say that's probably the only picture of Nitram I've seen awake on that Sunday.
I sang Judas.
He did sing
wide
Judas.
Awake.
So what did
Andrade.
we missed the buy-in, well, the first half of the buy-in. When we sat down, it was the conglomerate. There was a conglomerate versus
the Death Riders.
Shane Taylor.
Yeah, the Death Riders.
With the return of Ed Kingston.
With the return of Eddie Kingston, yes. Boom. Eddie wasn't wearing the next jersey, so that his return means nothing to me.
I got to see Big AJ, the Rizzler, the Costco guy.
Yes.
So that was fucking great. That was my match of the night. Still, match of the night. You can keep your Okada Takeshita match. I just need Big AJ hitting booms all night. Boom, boom.
He had like 15 of them. I was boomed out after a while.
He said New York gets 5 big booms and then did 5 sets of 5 big booms.
Oh wow.
We were just booming the whole time.
He was concussed.
I would say there was so many booms. There was so many booms. I thought Mike Davis from Boom Broadcasting had paid for that ad directly from Big AJ. That's how many booms we was in New York.
There were so many booms the NYPD was called.
It was nuts. I was like, is this paid advertisement? Where's Mike Davis? Where is he? I forgot about everything else to the buy-in, but the first match of the night, I sung, gentlemen, for these two men in their 50s. The I Quit FTR versus Cope and Christian Cage. It was Cope Edge, whatever you want to call him, his theme song is magical.
Yep.
Growing up, watching this man, hearing this music, finally being able to sing it live is an experience, especially since this is the last time I will probably see Cope wrestle. Obviously, we know these guys are on borrowed times because they are senior citizens and they need to get back home to their tapioca pudding. However, this was an experience, man. I really enjoyed this tag team match. It was really cool. The Beth Phoenix spot was really dope.
For what it was worth.
No, it was dope. No, it was a dope match. And I'm being told by the higher sources that we have a video for Shout out to the vocals, man. Those are some good pipes you got on you, brother. great guys. It was an experience. The music cut off, and we just serenaded that older man into winning that match. If it wasn't for us serenading him and giving him the strength he needed. But let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the main. Hey, that's my photo. The MVP of this match was Christian, 1,000%. Christian was the MVP of this match. It was like, "Do you quit?" He's like, "I banged your mother."
And we just all started chanting that. It was amazing.
Oh, he banged your mother.
Which is just so much better than the normal match of being like, "Oh no, no!" Like, it's just so much better.
Great. It was great. I think Mark was a singer for that, or was it you, Rick? But no, it was Christian killed that match. He killed all the spots. They did this spot when my man's was in the cinder block. They put his hand in the cinder block, or sturdy cinder block, and they hit a chair on it. And I was like, how does that make sense? At first I thought the cinder block was on top of the wrist, and then we hit the chair from the cinder block to the wrist. So transfer force. I was like, ooh. But then I actually saw the video and I was like, this is kind of poopy. Beth Phoenix came out to chase around Stokely. And then we got a nice little cool spot. You got the video for that, Marcus? Shout out to Stoke, man. The GOAT manager. He is the greatest manager of all time. I'm not taking no debates. Stokely is amazing. My man took a fire through a table spot for the love of the game.
I will say that is the first time I've seen a flaming table spot at a wrestling show. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny because that's actually one of my favorite spots in like wrestling moments. As I think the original one was from WrestleMania 22, and every now and then when they play with it, like the spear through the ropes with the flaming table, I fucking love that spot. And like you just said, Mike, seeing it in person for the first time, that was fucking amazing.
It's pretty good.
I think it's one of those things where you see it throughout the night. They paid a lot of homage to the Mick Foley signing, and I think that's one of them.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that. How do you guys feel about Mick Foley being all elite, joining the commentary table?
I'm good with it. Like I said, I don't want to see him in the ring doing any shenanigans. If a commentary run and maybe one or two Mr. Sockos for shits and gigs, sure, why not? Let it roll.
I need Mick Foley to be what Sting was for Darby, but I need him to be that for Mark Briscoe.
Oh,
okay. Isn't Mark Briscoe already up there in age? Why does he need another hardcore mentor?
Because clearly he's not doing it right, Chano.
I'm gonna be honest. Mark Briscoe challenging MJF for the world title at some point moves me 0%. I am the opposite of moved. I am
negative.
Slumped.
You're exactly what MJF said in that promo.
Yeah, I am exactly what MJ everything MJF said. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's it. Yep, absolutely.
All right. So, any other thoughts on this tag match before we jump on to the next match?
Great to sing
I kept. Oh, go ahead.
Metalingus for one last time.
Fire. That was a great moment.
My biggest takeaway was I kept telling Chano, I kept looking at him. I said, "Why are we treating Christian like he's the genetic here? No, he's not the genetic here. Not here."
He looks at me. He's like, "Of course they give it to Copeland." So his, I'm like, "Oh, that's fair." Because as we open up talking about it, Christian was like the MVP of that match, and ultimately, I believe Cope got the pin, and pace pops.
It wasn't a pin. It was just an I quit spot. You know what I mean?
The I quit spot, yeah. But he gets the cool moment on camera, holding the thing. It's like.
You know what it is? I love Christian's current theme song, but it has no singability. What are we supposed to just go there? You know what I mean? I enjoyed it a lot. All right, the next match. Probably match of the night, match of the month, match of the year, respectfully. The last match Nate Rom saw with both eyes fully open before my man's had a spiritual experience. Takeshita versus Okada. And my only issue with this match is it was second on the card, because after this match, no other match felt like it truly mattered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with that. I blew my rhetorical, hypothetical wrestling load way too early, because this match was absolutely amazing. It was a banger from start to finish, and we have a new international champion. It was. Go ahead, Tina.
I honestly really did like that match. For me, just my opinion, that's like my second favorite match from that night.
Take them off yourself. Channel, do your thing.
It was.
I don't got keys.
It was really good to see Okada still deliver. I think lately, for the last couple of weeks, I feel like the narrative with Okada has been, hey, it's not really the same. He's wrestling lazy. This isn't that New Japan Okada. And maybe that's true. I don't really notice it, but I tell you what, he kicked it up to another gear that night. And I'm so happy that I was there with the boys to see fucking history. We got to see two of the greatest Japanese superstars just fucking clash it out. Ultimately, as we all know, the finish, Takeshita ends up winning. I think it was the right call. Although I was pulling for Okada, it was a great experience. That's all I want to say. It was a great wrestling match. And I was telling I'm so sorry, real quick. I was telling Nitram, I'm like, freaking Okada with the Rainmaker is like the Randy Orton like RKO, because it's just every move is just like a counter for the fucking close. I'm like, yo, it's out of nowhere. And he was, at one point I was counting, I'm like, he's like 2 for 6. But when he connects, for you to fucking doing a backflip, like that shit will take you out. But it was a dope match.
And Netram, I know you feel very strongly about this match. I'm gonna give you the floor, brother. Say your truth.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. One, I'm glad it was second match on the card for my personal reasons. No, this match to me is not just match of the night, it's match of the year. It's one of the matches that if you rewatch that whole card like I did today, it didn't require anything special. It didn't need the tables. It didn't need the blood. It didn't need anything but two fabulous wrestlers stepping in the ring and doing exactly what they're made to do. Okada showed that he is that legend from Japan and he can pass the torch when needed. But I mean, the match itself was the greatest thing I've seen since my son being born. And it's something that if I ever had Alzheimer's, I would fight for it. I would fight for that memory. It was the most incredible thing I've seen in person.
That is passionate. He said that. He said in the group chat, he's like, "This is the greatest thing I've seen since my son being born." And I was like, "You're out of pocket." But I will agree with him that it's probably arguably the best match I've seen live. Mike's over there with the giggles. You got anything about this match?
They said it. I mean, that's everything you could say. They just said. So I mean, yeah, it's it was one of the most highly anticipated matches for me personally. I think it was highly anticipated for a lot of people. It delivered. There was one or two little slip ups. I thought it had the best sequence in this match. I mean, the second best sequence in the night definitely goes to MJF and Darby for their sequence in the main event match. But I mean, it delivered. It was everything we wanted it to be. And Okada puts over the next guy up, man. Takeshita is now going to be the ace from Japan, I guess. So it's intriguing to see what comes next for Okada. Does he transition to World? Does he transition, back into this mid-card scene, or, what's left for him? World titles season? Hopefully. We'll see. Good match. Match of the year. I agree.
It's
Not to mention the event that happened after the match of the return of the Protostar to come down and have me all up in my feelings, thinking I kept telling my boy, I was like, it's gonna be Pro Sheeta, bro. And I was sitting there crying as a grown man. And then he went Pro Kata, and I was heartbroken. And I sat down, closed my eyes, and that's what happened. I was heartbroken.
It was dope because the moment he came out, Mr. Fletcher, I forgot his name for a good second. The moment Kyle Fletcher came out, I felt like the air in the room was, this is a heel turn. And then they give us a little fake out with the hug, and it was adorable. I'm like, it was awesome. I was screaming. I'm like, that's his husband. He's not gonna turn on his man. And then Fletcher just hit that man with the divorce papers right then and there. I think Marcus has a spot for that. We had great seats. We had great seats. So shout out to me for picking out the seats, gentlemen. Shout out to me. Many blessings to me, dog. You could have got us a
little bit further over so we could see them walk out a little bit.
You try to negotiate price points and budgets with 7 other people. we
I
missed
told
the
you we
first.
could have sat on the floor.
Yeah, nah, I'm never doing floor seats ever again, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never doing that again. I need elevation.
Yeah, I've never liked floor seats.
It's nuts. Yes, the Sports Commission of NY would not allow blood or fighting through the crowd. So that's why certain things did how they did. What was next? It was Athena versus Mina. And I heard Mina's theme song. I was like, this is basically a ripoff of Danzo Kuduro. Why wouldn't you just license the original song?
Yo, that's so true. Wow.
Yo, why wouldn't we just? What's the difference? It's still the same song.
But she can use it.
I guess it's a different. It's a slightly different tempo that they can avoid copyright. Jesus Christ. I think this was most people's Margarita match. I'm not gonna lie, because the guys all got up instantly to go use the bathroom.
Yeah,
I got food.
It was just
my
me and
first meal of the day. The 4 sides of the ring boys promised me Puerto Rican food. I did not get any empanadas. I didn't get anything, so I didn't eat. So I had at 9:30 at night. That was my first meal. They kept me locked up, man.
They had empanadas. They had buffalo chicken empanadas. And they were absolutely terrible.
I wasn't trying to shit myself in the middle of Louis Armstrong Stadium.
So bad.
I regretted it the next day. I was the guy who got the buffalo empanadas, and
he did. We split it. Who split it? Me and Marcus split it, and it wasn't great, dog.
Y'all about to with that one.
I thought that's what happened in Knit Room at first. I thought this fool had food poisoning right there live.
All right, Ram, you rather get this out the way now, brother? I'll leave it up to you. It's your event.
So during this match, I said, Mina's wrestling herself. I think I need to go to the bathroom. And it was at this moment I realized Mina was not wrestling herself, and my edible really kicked in. And, and yeah, I woke up for the Stampede match. So that's me. That's me right there. I'll say this though. Wrestling fans, beautiful people. Nobody messed with me. No. Everyone left me alone. I got great seats that I was comfortable to sleep in. I sleep anywhere, y'all. Just sleep like that. And you guys fed me an empanada that I about choked on.
I think you gotta correct everybody. It was the AEW fans were beautiful people, because if that was a WWE show, security been like, sir, you need to get up. Sir, you need to get up. What are you doing over here? We gotta get out of here.
I remember Tano took me to go get a water bottle, and I was looking at the lady and I was freaking out. So I got the water bottle and I just looked at Tano. I was like, she knows I'm messed up.
Yeah, it's mad funny.
Besides that, I broke Tano's shoulder. He probably has fingerprints from helping me stand up. Because whenever I need to stand, I grabbed old boy. It was like, I need to stand.
It's mad funny because I try to give Netram a chicken tendy. And I was like, yo, Netram, you gotta eat the chicken tendy. He's like, no. I was like, I'm just trying to feed you, man.
After that empanada, I couldn't trust y'all.
I'm not gonna hold you. Nobody knew the empanada was gonna be that bad. You can't.
Yeah. It was, and that should. Oh, also, real quick, while we on concessions and merch, I was checking my wallet for the margaritas.
What was it?
19. It was 19.
That's crazy.
Per margarita?
Yeah, because my credit card statements came in.
Oh, well, I mean, when I was paying at the bar on Staten Island, not that much of a difference.
Nah. So me and the guys, we did over under on margaritas. What would it be? And the line was at 18.5. I picked the under because shout out to Tino, but Tino owed me that margarita anyway. So I appreciate you, big guy.
College for calling that exactly on the nose.
Yeah, 18.5 is a great line.
Mm-hmm.
Those
halves always do it. It's always the halves.
That's such a great line. 18.5 was a great line.
Over.
It was.
I think I was the only one who took the under because I couldn't imagine a margarita being $19.
I said 22.
Yeah, 22 is crazy. If you would have said $22,
I heard it.
21.5, I would have been like under. You know what I mean? But that's a good line. That is a good line. Man, we probably get a couple more jabs about Napa through the show, but yeah, just a couple.
Look, I can tell y'all right now. I watched them today, so I can't talk about them. But as in-person experience, Mina and Athena slept. Osprey and Joe slept. Bandito and Swerve slept. I can tell y'all that right now because I watched that show today and said, "Dang, I missed some good stuff."
Nah, it was, yeah. Louis Armstrong is probably never getting another wrestling event ever again, dog. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, they were
making everybody leave through one exit. It wasn't.
It wasn't great at all. There was train delays for like 45 minutes, so nobody can get home.
I waited an hour to take an Uber, so the prices could go down. You know.
Yeah,
it's not ideal.
I was hanging out in front of Citi Field, so I was safe. I was at home. I was just like, it was like 1:30 in the morning, guys. I was just like there, just looking. I'm like, beautiful. This is fucking beautiful.
Tyner was rubbing his cheek against the Citi Field wall like a cat.
No, on the Tom Seaver statue. I was like, our goat.
You know what though?
Our resident house cat.
That's one of the greatest acoustics I've ever been in for a show. It was so loud.
Top 5 crowd for me, man. That was the crowd.
It was
so good.
It was a great crowd, but it's just shitty parking, shitty concessions, shitty merch lines. Nah, bro. There's better lines. Arthur Ashe was a decent place to go to for a wrestling show. Arthur Ashe was good.
I want to say this really quickly. I don't know if I'm being out of pocket by saying this, but I'm glad that it was a packed house and the fans were on fire. Like, the show didn't feel long. It didn't drag. It actually, to me, felt quick. And the crowd was hot. And it kind of reminded me like, hey, New York, we're a good fucking fan base. And I feel like sometimes you don't really think of New York as being a hot crowd like a Philly or Chicago or like a Boston. But when you got a certain crowd in that venue who love that, who's gonna love that show, oh hell yeah, we show out, and it was fun.
Nah,
there was a lot of different factors at play for that crowd. You know, it's New York, one, so it's already rowdy as is, right? Number two, there's big matches on this card. There's some fan favorites. People are excited to see it. Number three, baby, the Knicks. The Knicks got everybody in a good mood.
Knicks
The
got
Knicks
everybody
is-
in a good mood.
I felt this different type of energy, in New York this past weekend where I was like, you know what? New York City in the summer this summer might be a whole ass vibe. Like there's a chance that you guys have an all timer, like a 2016 summer. I felt good energy in the mix, man. If you guys get a 2016 summer, I'm moving out. Fuck it. I don't need this shit no more. I don't need none of this shit no more.
Nah, man, it was a great show. It was a great crowd. I just wouldn't do it at Louis Armstrong. It was wrestling fans, general AEW fans are really passionate about wrestling. So when you over deliver like AEW does on shows, it's not hard to be appreciative of what you're seeing. You know what I mean? Because the money you're spending, you're getting every single dollar worth of what you're spending on that show, man. It was for all $110 of each ticket we spent was worth it, man. It was an amazing card. AEW is one of those shows I would never second guess, never second think it. If you've never gone to an AEW show, go to an AEW show when they're in your city. You guys will not regret it. Even if you're not a big AEW fan, you majority prefer WWE, just go to an AEW show live, dog. The tickets are cheap. The tickets are really cheap. You're gonna have a great time. It's great bang for your buck. You will not regret it.
And just to add on to what Chano was just saying, they have a little bit of everything. It's not just a wrestling company, it's not just an entertainment company, it's a little bit of everything. And that was why I thought that Double or Nothing was dope, because besides the fucking banger of matches that we got some entertainment aspects of the card too, which kept me glued. Like the whole arena was standing up during the Stadium Stampede match, and it maybe wasn't, the greatest, I don't know, technical type of match, but it was fucking entertaining. It was a lot going on, and I was invested. So yeah, like Chano said, man, just check it out. Check out any AEW show if they're in your city, or even if any indie show. You never know what you're gonna get.
Does anybody have any other thoughts about this before we move on? We're about to move on to our fourth match. All right, valid. Kyle O'Reilly versus Mox. Was this your match at the 19-0?
No, it was the Swerve.
Thank God.
No, it was the Swerve.
This was gonna be my real Margarita match.
It was a decent match. I'm just not a big Jon Moxley technical wrestling kind of guy, man. I just don't like it. I understand it. I understand the importance of technical wrestling, pinpointing body parts to wear them down. In theory, it should sound amazing. You know what I mean? But it's just so slow and methodical. It's just fries my brain.
It was a good technical wrestling match. I'm just out on Moxley. Every Moxley match is the same.
I'm just not.
He gets beat up. You're like, oh, Moxley's in trouble here. Moxley's in trouble. And then all of a sudden he's breaking your leg, or he catches one, and he wins.
You know what's a Mox match I did enjoy? I enjoyed Mox versus Eddie Kingston when they did the C2 tournament, and Kingston came down from like a crazy deficit in the tournament to come back and win it. And he had to defeat. Yeah, that was a great Mox match. But I think that was more Eddie Kingston more than anything. However, yeah, Tina, what do you got to say? Because I know you really enjoyed this match.
So no, I enjoyed the match. I like the technical part of wrestling. Like I think that's what wrestling really is. And then when you have it with the glitz and glamour of what goes on in the ring, it makes it to me even better and more entertaining. But I enjoyed the matchup. Coming into that matchup, I believe O'Reilly already beat Mox 2-3 times, so he was going for another one. So it's not like Mox just easily took care of Kyle O'Reilly in the past. There was some history. All needless to say, I still didn't believe O'Reilly would come out on top of the victory, but I was there for the matchup. I thought it was a great match. The only thing, the ending kind of, I guess, confused me. This whole Death Riders thing. I believe at the end of the match, he shook O'Reilly's hand. And I'm just a little confused, I guess, with the Death Riders, if they're, what road they're leaning towards. And heel, face, what are they trying to do for the company?
They're just warriors. At this point, they're just warriors, dog.
I believe so, because it was cool. Shots, a show of respect to O'Reilly. They had a great matchup, but it was kind of like, I thought they were gonna like jump him in the ring, bounce on him. But
ever since Mox got the strap again, he's been real like warrior type shit. You know what I mean? That's the arc for him. All right, actually now to an actual entertaining match. Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe. This was
very good.
I haven't seen a bad Joe match, and I've never seen a bad Will Ospreay match, and this was a great combination of both.
My favorite part about the match, man, was Joe. Genuinely, Joe.
Joe's fun
because Will Ospreay. You watch Will Ospreay, and I don't know which one of you sickos said it to me. I haven't been able to get it out of my head about this match. Was it Nitram? No, Nitram was out. It must have been me. It must have been Mark, because I think I was sitting next to Mark at this time, and Mark said it best. Maybe it was, Mark or Rick. One of them said it, I think. You correct me, but whoever said it, whatever. It was that Samoa Joe basically was told, well, like you could tell in the match, like Samoa Joe is not doing the Will Ospreay trope bullshit that Will Ospreay does in every match. I think that was my favorite part about it. He was just, nope, let's wrestle. Let's have a real wrestling match every 5 seconds, which I like that. Because that Will Ospreay, man, he gets too fucking anime fight scene, man. Him and Swerve have this same fucking problem. And so does Kenny sometimes. They get into that anime fight sequence bullshit, and it just goes too long. It's just it gets
like
too
the flips
much,
and like the standoff.
It gets to a point, right? Like I like that shit. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it, but it gets to a point where you do it 5-6 times in a fucking match, and it's like, all right, listen, this ain't the fucking Power Rangers. This isn't, Vegeta versus fucking Goku. Like pump the brakes a little bit. Let's go back to the ground and pound, which I like that about Samoa Joe because he takes Ospreay to the ground multiple times in this match. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. See you later.
I think Joe was one of those guys is he knows what he does extremely well and he sticks to it. You know what I mean? He doesn't deviate from the plan. His 5 moves of doom are incredible because it's so inept to who he is as a person. So when he does show that little extra of a bag, it's like, oh my God, Joe's just amazing. Joe is one of those guys, man.
It was cool. There was a certain point during that matchup where Samoa Joe hit a scoop slam, and we all looked at each other like, fucking clean. We all know the move, bro. Yes, we all looked. We're like, that was clean. And like Mike said, man, it's fun seeing Samoa join the ring because with Ospreay, although he had that, the neck injury, you kind of already know what you're gonna get with Ospreay. Also, I tried to get behind or try to convince myself like, hey, there's a change into Ospreay's wrestling style. Maybe it's just me, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't noticed a difference in his style of wrestling. It still seems the same, even though he's under the Death Rider's tutelage. But needless to say, it was a great matchup. It was fun. It was a fun matchup. You kind of knew Will Ospreay was going to win that matchup, but Samoa Joe still doing his thing. I love the ending of the match where he hits him with the hidden blade. Joe kicks out, kind of like, or I don't know, just discombobulated, hits another one behind the head, gets the win. I'm like, that's actually good storytelling throughout the match. That was really good. So yeah, I just want to shout that out.
I forgot my point with that. Nitram, you got anything?
At one point, I woke up and was trying to say Ospreay, and desperately needed water.
and Mark said this was the match he was looking forward to most.
No, it was really good. And Tino, to answer your question, he's different because he's more aggressive now. Like he's going for the kill now more aggressely. That's the story of Ospreay.
Yeah. He's not on the show. He's going for the win.
Ospreay's going to end up becoming the leader of the Death Riders.
Because I thought they were going to like change his style, maybe make it more technical, more submission based.
Well, he did pull some moves up. No, he pulled some couple,
but
up.
It's to me, it's. Again, this is just like from what I see, it still kind of seems the same. Like,
you know what it was?
It's just.
It's just more aggressive.
It's that on Dynamite, he won with an armbar, and Twitter said, "What the hell was that? Never do that again," and just ate him up for using an armbar as a finish. And they were like, "Yo, maybe we should cut that out. Maybe the armbar's not it."
It comes to a point with the Twitter crowd, and obviously, like, I do love my Twitter crowd. It gets to a point with the Twitter crowd where it's just a fucking echo chamber at that point. You know what I mean? Even I get on there and I be tweeting shit sometimes, and I look back and I'm like, I be tweeting shit just to tweet shit. So I mean, We should start seeing him use more submissions. If the angle is like Ospreay is going to go full aerial assassin again and become a Death Rider or take over the Death Riders or some wonky shit that clearly is in the works here. Maybe we get a screwdriver and fucking, start stabbing people in the forehead again. I'm down.
That's wacky as hell, but we will be back after this message.
Have you ever seen an ad on YouTube think, wow, that's way too good to be true? Well, this one is completely 100%. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! I took the bad guy's advice, went to SeatGeek and used 4 sides OTR and got these great seats for double or nothing. Would you rather be sitting closer to the ring or closer to the roof? Use this code and save today. Plenty more AEW events coming to your area. Just use SeatGeek.com. Like I said, type in 4 sides OTR.
Thank you to our good brother making that good old ad for us. So thank you, good brother. What was after this? Oh, 4-side OTR. What was the next match after this? It was the Swerve
Bandito
match. When Bandito had it scared for him multiple times throughout that match because my man's was just spasming.
Just want to let you guys know, AEW does not care about your neck. Roddy Strong, I need you to get the neck brace back on and you just start yelling neck strong, because these motherfuckers do not care about their necks. Go ahead, Chandler. Back to you in the studio.
Nah, you're absolutely right, dog. So my brother-in-law came with us to the show. He used to watch wrestling heavy in the 90s. You know what I mean? Loves Goldust, the comedy wrestling, everything like that. He's been with me to a few AEW shows, but nothing really catches his attention. Like he enjoys it, but it doesn't make him pop. You know what made this man pop? A Bandito hitting Swerve with the Poison Rana to the outside, dog. Because that was insanity. I've never seen my brother-in-law Johnny fucking his eyes just widen the way they did, dog. That shit popped him. And it was a crazy spot. And I know it was a crazy spot because Bandito was never the same after that spot during the rest of that match, dog. It was filthy. It was absolutely
Swerve jumping on his shoulders and hitting him with the kick.
With the house call fire, bro. That was a great. That should have ended the match. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's the spot that keeps like replaying. Cause bro, I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he kicks him. I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like Swerve, he could go toe to toe with any style of wrestler, and every time he puts up a display like that, I'm like, bro, this guy, Lucha though, Japanese strong style, American style mat wrestling. Like I think Swerve could fucking hang with anyone, bro, and he's just so fun to watch. I need a championship on him soon. It might not happen, but he needs a belt on him soon.
It was one of them ones. Nitram, any insight since you just saw the pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, no, this match was really good. Bandito told the story. Excellent. He really did. My biggest thing about it is like it's clearly gonna be Swerve and Ospreay, right? Like that's where this Owen's going.
You would think so.
I would prefer Swerve to win. I think that's the thing I don't like. Like this is clearly for Ospreay to win, so he can go to Wemby and get his big moment in front of his people. But it's just like watching Swerve do what he does best. It's just sitting there and it's like I kind of want him to win it all, man. Like Swerve has to be arguably the biggest drop ball out of WWE. Arguably.
No, man. So it's Swerve is generally great. I'm glad he got rid of that cartoony ass fucking backdrop that he had. You know what I mean?
I missed the old theme. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. I would have woke up for that one.
Like this theme song is cool. Like whose house is this? Whose house is this? It's like, but then when the beat drops, it's like, it's like you can't really swerve, and Nana's just But I love Swerve, man. Swerve is that guy.
This was a really good match. Fucking concerned. Fucking there was listen. It might have been a work, but my man's had to get off the pinfall. Had to get off the move because his body started spasming. It was nuts.
Yeah, I believe was it you or Nitram? I'm like, I hope that's part of the what's going on, because I'm like, shit, if so, he's selling that shit well. Cause yeah, he was
Spasming, dog.
spasm, yep.
And I responded with, I need water. Water, please.
I just want him spasming. I need some fucking water. What are you talking about?
I want to shout out to Tina because the Spurs and OKC going to 7, my boy.
Oh, I haven't looked
up. Baby.
106.
Good. Let him go to 7, baby. Let him go.
Let him get Schmidt-act.
Oh, jeez. The Thunder are giving me anxiety.
Get tired, boys.
So what was the next match after this? Was this the Stadium Stampede?
Stampede.
My life, amigo, 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 man. Amigo, 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 man. Judas in my mind. Amigo, 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 man. Amigo, 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 man. Judas in my mind.
First off, Mark, my boy, you got some pipes on you. I need the R&B album soon. Second off, Nit Ram started showing life when we told him Andrade's coming now. He perked up. He's like, Andrade, and then he we didn't get to take that picture because somebody want to go take a little nappy nap during the show. But yeah, but then he got up for Judas, and then he was active.
He sung the national anthem.
Yeah, the national anthem to his life. But we will be back after this second message.
Wrestling fans, I finally did it. I launched my very own pro wrestling coloring book on Amazon. It's packed with bold action-style wrestling pages, championship belts, entrances, arenas, characters, and moments made for fans to color their way. Whether it's for kids, collectors, wrestling families, or anyone who grew up loving the larger-than-life world of pro wrestling, this book was made with fans in mind. So if you want a fun gift, a creative activity, or just something different for the wrestling fan in your life, search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon today. Color the action, create the moment, and support independent wrestling creativity. Search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon now and help bring this project to the top rope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So talking about that Stadium Stampede match, that was actually a really fun match. Jericho did a couple moves. I was like, maybe you do have an actual other match in you. I'm not going to say other matches because that's just crazy and reckless. And not even to mention, I was actually defending Chris Jericho's old ass this weekend. I was slandering Jericho like I normally do, my favorite pastime. But I said, you know what? Chris Jericho is truly and undoubtedly top 10 all time, career for career. No, but I don't think you can name 10 people with a better career than Chris Jericho. And some young gentleman, they was like, I can name 35 people with a better career than Chris Jericho. And I was like,
wow.
They were being extremely disrespectful, I will say. Some of the names they were mentioning was like,
they had a few good ones. Like they said AJ Styles. I do believe AJ had an amazing, phenomenal career. But I think Jericho just had a better career, dog. When you talk about the first undisputed champion.
I don't want to get into, but I think AJ and Chris isn't a bad debate.
It's not a bad debate. It's not a bad debate, but they were getting crazy like Paul London, Brian Kendrick.
Oh, they did say Paul London. Didn't they say like Lance Storm and one of the guys?
Yeah, they said El Torino.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. But yeah, actually defended Jericho this weekend, man. It was pretty wacky.
How the turntables turn.
Mike, I'm gonna let you take the reins in the Stampede match, brother. Let me know what you see and what you liked about it.
I mean, to me, it was a little bit underwhelming. You guys are not gonna like this one, but I was a little disappointed. Obviously, I know Stadium Stampede, Anarchy in the Arena, 2 different matches. They should have just ran it as Anarchy in the Arena and played a fun song throughout the show. Maybe that would have, tickled me a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, for what it was worth, it was chaos. It was all about the energy. I feel like if I watch this back home, I may not enjoy it as much as I did when I was there. in the actual stadium. I mean, there's some cool spots for sure. The Young Bucks super kicking Clark Connors up and down the escalator was kind of silly and fun. Jericho looked good, I guess. Jack Perry tried to commit vehicular manslaughter. That was fun. That bus is running though. That bus was on Dynamite this weekend, so I don't know what that bus is made of. We need to check in on that bus. Yeah, I mean, overall really fun. You know, I'm not the guy for this match because it wasn't one of my favorites. So sorry.
I will
go ahead, Tina.
Just real quick, I actually did kind of enjoy that match. It was bugging me because as we all seen, and whoever like ordered the PPV, there was like a little promo package leading up to both teams going into the matchup, and I was trying to figure out who Jericho, like where they kind of like took that from. Like the intro, you got like Kenny smoking a cigar and he's like starts coughing. That I started laughing my ass off when I seen that, like hitting the tennis ball, whatever. And the Twitterverse, I don't know how legit this is, but I learned that from the Twitterverse that they took that kind of scene from Reservoir Dogs. And I'm like, okay, that's why it seems so familiar because I actually dig that movie. But just like Mike said, it had some fun spots. I thought the Jack Perry spot was fun. Him trying to, I guess, kill somebody on TV was fun for me. So, but yeah, I thought that was a fun spot. I thought Lashley and Sheldon looked fine. It didn't seem like they lost a step. I know it was a lot going on, but from the little I seen from them, they looked perfectly fine. I loved how everyone was chanting, "We hurt people" as they were fighting. And my biggest takeaway from this matchup is Ricochet. I think this is just showing Ricochet that him making the decision to go AEW has been one of the best decisions he's made in his career, especially him being more towards that elder statesman in the business now. He's been in the business for some time. I guess my only issue was maybe it was a little too long, but other than that, I thought it was a pretty dope match. A little bit of everything during the matchup.
Anything?
A lot of bald motherfuckers in AEW.
Oh, that's the side. Anything, Martin?
You guys know I just watched this today with my father. My dad said that was probably the most interesting thing he's seen that I've ever shown him in wrestling. So he really enjoyed that from an outside perspective. I think that's actually really interesting.
I thought it was
watching on TV. There were some things that I really liked. I think personally Jericho did look really good in this match.
Yeah,
and I think Achano's gonna take someone off that old person hate list. It's got to be Shelton Benjamin, because man, was Shelton Benjamin doing his damn thing.
Yeah.
I thought Shelton Benjamin was Bobby Lashley, and I was like, holy shit, Bobby Lashley just did a super kick. And everyone
Bobby did hit a super kick.
Mike, that's Shelton Benjamin. And I said, I got bad eyes. Shelton Benjamin bulked up like Bobby Lashley in the last 6 months. Man, looks like
he has.
They look like twins at this point.
But you know why Shelton Benjamin still looks good while wrestling? Is because when he first came into the business, he was uber athletic, right? He was honestly one of the early guys for all the shit that be doing now. But as he got older, he completely revamped and rechanged his moveset for what he does now, and it works really well. We got a Tommy Invincible cameo, which was honestly hilarious, dog. It is so effing funny to me because one of my good friends, one of my good brothers, Diego, he loves Tommy Invincible. I don't know why, but he loves Tommy Invincible. He's like, bro, I could see him in WWE, AEW. I was like, Diego, you're out of your mind, dog. What are we talking about? Meanwhile, my mom's making a cameo. They're like, who is this guy? And I was like, it's Tommy fucking Invincible. This is disgusting.
It was funny. There were a few people next to us. They're like, who is that?
Who the fuck is Tommy Invincible? And I popped loud as that was great.
I laughed, bro. I was like, is that Tommy fucking Invincible? It was nuts, man.
I thought the Leo Rush thing was
Rush thing was sick.
Yeah, he scares me. I think Marcus has
shout out to the Blackheart.
I love this Leo Rush.
Unseen footage.
and like they said, Nixon 4, baby. We got that sweep. Oh my god.
There he
Yo, Tyner, what would you do in the middle of the night? You feel something like tapping your toe. Tap, 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 tap.
And he's just standing there just like that?
Just like that over your bed. It's standing over you.
I don't know. My reaction is to like throw a strike, I guess. I've it would just to kind of just react by just throwing. I don't know.
Ooh,
bro,
Mike,
he's just gonna hop on your bed and crawl in a circle and lay by your feet, bro.
Mike, I got a question. I got a question.
No, I have a question. Hold on. Hold your question. I have a question. Do you guys remember the old fucking Disney Channel original movie with the fucking boogeyman under your bed or whatever? That's what he looks like.
Yes, I do.
He looks
with
exactly
the world
like
underneath.
that motherfucker.
Well, okay, Mike, I got a question for you since you're newly engaged, brother. You in a dimly lit room.
All right.
You and Mrs. mouthing off a mic on opposite corners.
Okay.
That little motherfucker pops up right between you guys. You're right by the door. Do you leave Mrs. mouthing off a mic, or do you take your chances and go one-on-one with Leo Rush to go save your woman?
Nah, I'm not leaving. No, can't leave.
Yeah,
I'm fighting that fool, dog. Let him spit whatever black mist at me, dog. I'll duck, I'll dive, I'll whatever it takes, baby.
Did you see the Waffle House video he did?
Yes.
That was
Malcolm was there. I tried to set up a collab with Malcolm. He said, mouthing off Mike, who the fuck are you? And kept it pushing. I said, all right, sorry, Waffle House guy, my bad.
That's right. He was like, because it's not a Waffle House here. Is that why you treated me so terrible?
I would have said, hey, you want to go to the Waffle House after this? Probably would have been like, yeah.
I would say, depending on the day, I'd call Tina real quick and be like, yo, what happened? So I can tell Leo Rush how to mark his calendar so I can save my wife.
It's crazy though. You gotta go full. You gotta fight for your life, for your kid's life, your missus' life, everybody's life. We got a couple more things to talk about. So let's get through this main event: title versus hair. What happened?
Wrong.
What I miss?
Women's 4-way.
I did forget it, man.
Spider.
Yeah, we did get the women's format. The best women's wrestler in the world, Chris Statlander. I stand by that. You have a top fiver in Jamie Hayter. You have the top tour in Tekla, and then Sheeta. Good match. Nothing outstanding. Sheeta kind of did a heel turn, I guess.
Heel turn.
Is it really a heel turn if he does in a fatal 4-way fighting for the strap? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. The AEW women's division is in drastic disarray right now. Dynamite last night, two women's matches. One of them under like a minute.
Oh, the TJ. Yeah.
He needs help. Tony Khan, call us up.
We gotta put the push for Anna Jay. I never seen an Anna Jay match I didn't like.
I don't know about that.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But Tekla retained. Yeah. All right. So back to the main event.
There you go.
Hair versus title match. You have Darby Allin, who I've seen that man lay down on his stomach. His back is fried, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute country crocker butter in that back, dog. It's messy. Against MJF, he tried to violate us. He said he's not from any of the 5 city boroughs. So you're from Long Island. That means absolutely nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? But we love you anyway. And that was a slobber knocker. I'm gonna let you take point on this. Walk us through the main event.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off with the headlocks, and then it really just picks up into a whole damn hurt. I mean, it hurts. It hurts to watch. It really does, man. Watching Darby take certain spots hurts to watch. And I'm just thinking about it. But the thing that killed me was when the blood happened, I looked at my boy because everybody was so concerned, and I just kept yelling, "That's a work." I was like, guys, trust me, that's a work. And I was right. That's all I got. The right guy won. You know what I mean? It had to be MJF.
This is ridiculous.
So,
All right.
so
No, wait.
real quick. Oh, go ahead, Channel. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Get your piece off. Get your piece off.
No. So Nitram is so right because he did turn. He was like, so they put the table there with the barber just so Darby could do that spot. By the way, that was like a squishy pack of blood. That's not real blood. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. At the time, I didn't know about the whole New York Commission thing, so I'm like, yeah, sure, Nitram. And then, sure enough, Twitter, or whatever, kind of says the truth, and Nitram was right. Fucking Nitram was saying he was seeing shit with his third fucking eye, bro. His third eye. But for the matchup itself, Darby and MJF, really fucking good match. I don't think there's any other words to use that the boys haven't used already. Slobber knocker, hell of a fight. I think we could all agree and say Darby was a great champion for the month or so he was champion. I hope that they have more things in store for him. I'm assuming that they do, since I believe Kevin Knight came out during the ending of that night to fuck him up. But we all know MJF is the right guy to hold that title. Unfortunately, I did want Darby to win, but as we all know, MJF is that guy to hold the title. It was a great matchup, chaotic, just like Nitram was saying. Like, as soon as the matchup started, Darby took a bad spot when he, I believe he dove for a suicide dive, and he landed really weird on his neck. So watching Darby Allin matches is definitely like watching it with just being filled with anxiety, but good matchup.
Anything you got to add, Mike?
The guy's gonna kill himself in that ring. I swear
That's
on it.
the way he wants to go.
I hate,
you know what I mean?
To say that. They're not gonna like this. The four-siders, the ring-siders are not gonna like this episode. But listen, man, I love me some Darby Allin. I think he's an absolute sick human being. How many wrestlers? I don't think there's any in the history of wrestling you could say that a world champion of a professional wrestling company, a major U.S. wrestling company, climbed Mount Everest, drove a car through a house, did a nitro circus stunt, almost crippled himself. I mean, the guy's absolutely insane, and I respect. He jumped off the top of that stage right in front of our very eyes. And shout out to our good brother Chano for those seats, because we got to see a great view of Chano, of Darby jumping off the fucking stage. Nowhere, shape, way, or form did I believe MJF was going to shave his head, unless there was a movie role that he had to go bald for. And there's no movie roles that he's booked in right now that he has to be bald for. Overall, I think you could consider this with a, I mean, like I said, the boys and I like this. I think Darby and MJF are destined to kind of do this forever. They're kind of wrestling soulmates. They've been doing this since the Indies. They've been doing the same shtick with the headlock takeover for, going on 8-9 years. If you go back to the Indies.
I want to know.
They've been doing this a long time.
I want to know whose idea was to first start doing the headlock takeover pin shit.
It happened in one of their first matches ever. Back in the day.
I just wanted to know who's pitching it for them to continue the shindig.
Them.
I'm not gonna lie.
Guaranteed.
I'm not gonna lie, dog. Darby had me believing he was actually gonna win that match. He actually had after he hit the coffin drop off the top, and then he had another one inside the ring. I was like, oh yeah, my man's walking on with the bacon, dog. But he pulled it out.
Mick Foley.
I don't think I've ever seen a top rope tombstone pile driver, and that was a
avalanche driver. Yeah,
that was a top rope.
Yeah,
pile
dog,
driver.
that was something filthy.
But I will say this: I look at Darby, I look at MJF, and I look at Jack Perry, and those were the pillars plus one. But we don't talk about the other plus one. But those three, man, just really living up. It's Sammy Guevara.
Sammy.
It's Sammy Guevara.
Oh, Sammy. That's
the four pillars. He's a Ring of Honor, I guess. But those three, man, just really living up to that title, really carrying this company for what it is. And Jack Perry got a lot of stint for what the Punk stuff and all that, but never let it phase him really. MJF carrying the company on his back. He's the biggest star they have. You know what I mean? And Darby Allin being the biggest attraction they have. So I think it's all three of them really stepped up to the plate. And I mean, they're in good hands, man. I looked at that as a pillar versus pillar match, and I was not disappointed.
Nah, you're right, man. It was great. It was a really, really good match. Enjoyed it a lot. Overall, how are we ranking Double or Nothing out of 10? Let's start with Mike.
I'll give it a solid 9. That was a really good show.
Right.
Really good show.
Net Ram?
10. It's a 10, man. It's a 10. It's a 10 plus show.
Tino?
9.5. Meet him right in the middle.
I'm gonna sound like a hater. I'm gonna give it an 8. My only issue is Takeshita Okada being the second match, and I blew my wrestling load rhetorically, hypothetically, way too early.
You know, I thought the lineup.
That's why you need to get them suspicious, Rhino pills at the gas station before you go to the show.
I thought the lineup was great. Honestly, you start with the I Quit. It was the Takeshita match. It was the Mina match. Then it was John. I think it was a perfect lineup. But I understand where you're coming from.
It was just that match was amazing. They had amazing matches afterwards. It's just very hard to live up to what I've seen and have expectations for.
Well, that's why they put Mina third. They knew that the Mina match would be the downer.
That's a Takeshita Okada match definitely for me. In person viewing, it's definitely up there with Cody and Dustin from 2019 Double or Nothing, and that's definitely up there for me with the very first Anarchy in Arena from Double or Nothing. So, I have a unique kind of perspective on the Double or Nothing event because I've seen the very first one to the most recent one. I think I've only missed 2, which were during the pandemic, and then 1 year in both years were in the pandemic because I've been in every other Double or Nothing. They were here last year in my neck of the woods. Got to see an incredible final with Owen Hart with Will and Hangman, Mercedes Moné. This year, it's a way different vibe. You can definitely see the year-over-year growth when it comes to the strength of the wrestling for AEW, but not only that, you're starting to see more and more wrestling fans starting to tune in to the alternative because of X, Y, and Z with whatever they might be watching. So to see that growth, to see the very company that for me got me back into professional wrestling, like Mick Foley said in his welcome promo to AEW, this is the company that sparked my love of pro wrestling again as a professional wrestler. This is the same company that sparked my love of professional wrestling as a wrestling fan. So to get to spend it with all of these guys, to spend it with the voice of God backstage, to get to spend it with Rick and Mark, I think it's a really special Double or Nothing overall.
It was dope, man. It was really dope. We met you in person at Mania, the Mania parking lot.
40.
Yeah, I was feeding you shots straight from a bottle of liquor.
Shots of tequila from a bottle that I don't even know these people, and I'm just taking pulls of this tequila bottle. Don't worry. Listen. I had Nit Ram pulling me to a side of a fucking shanty in Chinatown. Yo, you got any cash on you, bro? Yeah, I got cash. What do you need cash for? Bro, I need these 26 dumplings. I'll give you some. All right, bet. Here's $10. Like, here you go. These fucking greatest dumplings I ever had in my life. I don't know what they were, bro. I don't know what they were.
Pork, bro. Honestly, she just pulled out the thing and said, "I got dumplings."
Rat, fucking pigeon, cat. Whatever. It was fucking
they were steamed and they were good.
Oh my god, like fantastic.
This is actually mad fire. We met a lot of great people, man. A lot of great people.
Hi, in this picture?
Yeah, you're right there with the shades. You're right next to BP. You're right in the middle.
Got me looking
BP.
like a short Scott Summers. What's good, boys?
I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, I was gonna say Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock. I mean, listen, I'm a pretty damn good lawyer, boys.
All right, let's run this last ad before we get into our shenanigans.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad on the merch? Nah, we just made a power move. We've officially stepped into a big arena, and now you can find us on ProWrestlingTees.com. Brandy came through clutch, and now it's time to level up your drip. Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, every promo lives on through what you wear. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling designs, we're bringing the heat like never before. This isn't just merch. It's a statement. It's the culture. It's you. So don't wait. Pull up to ProWrestlingTees.com, look up 4 Sides to the Ring, rep the squad, and unleash your inner champion. Don't forget, tell them the bad guy sent you.
All right. So we already held everybody hostage for the last 90 minutes or so. We're gonna get into Clash and the AAA card. If you guys aren't aware,
wrestling?
Yeah, unfortunately, guys. Little Kaiser, formerly known as El Grande Americano, who would never be El Grande Americano, who would never be anything other than El Grande Americano ever again. You know what I mean? He was arrested this past week, and it came
my
up.
world champion, future
Yeah,
world champion.
1,000%. And Gunther bailed him out.
Shout out Big Gun.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Big Gun for that.
Big Walter, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do Clash in Italy. We're gonna start off with Clash in Italy. It is in Italy. Ha ha ha. So I think it has an earlier start time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Jesus Christ.
11 o'clock my time.
I won't be able to watch.
I'll be touring.
This guy stinks.
Me and my wife are going to Target somewhere.
Pray for me.
You know, it's actually me and my wife are going to be at TJ Maxx because it is open one around the corner. I have Obafemi Brock Lesnar too. This should be a good match. I have Lesnar evening the score. How about you?
Nah, Obafemi Part 2. 2-0. Push the retirement.
Nah, he's doing good at SummerSlam, bro. It's a mini. It just makes more sense that way.
Yeah, I think I think I definitely agree with you, Chano. Lesnar kind of has to win, I guess, just to reestablish him after the Mania loss. Oba already benefited from beating Brock, and as we all know, if he ties it 1-1, it'll set up for a rubber match. So I think Brock takes the win this weekend.
Or if Oba wins and then Lesnar just fucks with him until he gives him another match. What about you, Naram?
Brock wins dirty.
Ooh, that's
Brock
fire.
wins dirty.
Can't beat him clean. Brock wins dirty.
I fuck with it. That's interesting. We have Women's Intercontinental Champion match. Becky Lynch versus Soruka. A redo from Saturday night's main event, which wasn't a great match. But Becky's probably going to retain and put some light on Soul. But I think it'll be interesting with Soruka as champion.
Soul.
Yeah. Give me Soul. I agree.
I think it'll be a good way to put her on the map. You know, give her a nice, credible win.
I think Soul gets the win. It kicks off a great start to I guess this European tour that they're on. Give me Soul for the shock factor. Becky's made. She's a made man, so she doesn't necessarily need the title.
I see what you did there. We have another women's title match. What is going on with Liv? She hasn't defended yet.
She doesn't have to.
I get it, but then you start getting the they don't defend crowd. You know what I mean? We have Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Oh shit! I think this has 6 matches, guys.
Yeah, I think it's like 5, 4 or 5.
6. I think 6. All right. Give me Rhea. I'm not even gonna explain myself.
Yeah, Rhea.
Give me Rhea as well. Rhea. Give me Rhea. I hope Jade just performs well. That's all.
I hope both teams have fun.
Yeah, right. We might be seeing a brand new WWE Undisputed Champion because he is going against Gunther. This could be a good one, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This could be a
shenanigans.
This could be a goddamn good match. I hope Sami Zayn calls Cody Rhodes the championship.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I can't wait. And then you know what's gonna happen? Cody Rhodes is gonna be a 4-time WWE champion by before SummerSlam.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but then Sammy gets to hit that great line of, "What's the matter, Cody? You couldn't beat Gunther? You know who could beat Gunther? Me."
And you know why? I'm gonna be saying, you know why I'm gonna be Gunther at whatever unnamed pay-per-view? Because I'm Sami Zayn and I'm gonna be world. He's gonna say it for like 15 seconds. Champion. And then that's gonna be the end of the show. And then I'm gonna plug us immediately. And then we have the true main event. Tribal Combat for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. Blood on blood crime. If Jacob wins, Roman has to serve Jacob. If Roman wins, Jacob has to serve Roman. Honestly, listen, I acknowledge my tribal chief. I would never I would never deny that at all. But there's something interesting about having Roman potentially serve Jacob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something dope about it. I can't put my finger on it. It's just intriguing. You know what I mean?
The crazy part is we're doing servitude stories in the year of 2026. That's crazy.
It's not.
It's for the title too.
I know it's for the title too, but that's crazy, bro.
It's not crazy because it's Jacob said it. He's like, I want everything you got. I want it. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing about this. Why I'm not like. I would have preferred CM Punk to retain the world championship, but every title does run its course, and it was time for Roman to get the world title. I get it. You know, things happen. I do like this because as much as I didn't want to see, you know, Samoan versus Samoan 24/7, this is different because this isn't really. They're not family. Yeah, they're family, but Jacob is they've called this man a criminal. He should be locked up. They should be thrown in jail. Like, I'm like, what kind of sick fuckery is that? Like, this is your cousin. You know what I mean? And you're sitting here going, he's a criminal. Lock him up, throw away the key, get rid of him. Like, that shit's different. So I'm intrigued by that element of it, as it's not just it's like look, you keep throwing me down and putting my name in the dirt. Like, let me show you what's good. Like, I think that's a different side of the Samoan story that we've seen. You know, we're now in the top of the 10th, 2 on, 2 out.
What are you
talking about? It's the 6th inning, Mike. What do you mean?
It's
sixth inning.
six.
No, I mean, at this point in the Bloodline story, no, we're in extra innings at this point.
No.
It's the top of the 10th.
Regulation. We're in regular regulation, man.
It's not even the 7-inning stretch yet.
Yeah, man, we're having a great time. It's the top of the 6th, no outs, 2 men on base, not even a single strike.
And there's no pitch clock yet, all right?
No.
There's still no pitch clock.
No pitch clock.
Beautiful.
This game is this is the 2006
in the PLA Hawaii and Samoan Battle Royal for the title. Anyone yo, could you imagine they go wrestle in the island of Samoa?
I need Chandler to do a 23andMe to see if he qualifies because he looks like a long lost Samoan.
That's crazy and problematic, but I appreciate that. I'm taking Roman.
I'm taking Roman as well. Maybe they set up a trilogy down the line at SummerSlam. Maybe this isn't. You think this is it? I think this is a
contract.
What can you do past this? You know what I mean? What can you?
It's this contract of servitude. You know what I mean?
You old school duel, 12 paces due east. You turn around and you shoot. That's it. That's what's on SummerSlam card is.
Until my boy Zilla they use.
Zilla's not doing it, bro. Zilla got a face tattoo of his father, bro. That's just not rocking.
Oh yeah, he's
I'm pretty sure he's got warrants, so I don't know about that.
All right, so AAA card. We're doing AAA. We're doing AAA Margarita matches because this is the El Noche. What is this?
De los Grandes, I think.
Yes, man. This has the infamous Grande versus Grande Mask match. But I'm gonna start with that last. AAA World Cruiserweight Championship match. The Laredo Kid, who is champion, versus Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix makes his return to AAA. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know who Laredo Kid is, so I'm going Ray Phoenix. Of course, my man's third eye is fully open. Tino, let's see the person formerly known as a wrestling guru. What do you have for this match?
I would say Phoenix, just simply because I feel the WWE has been spotlighting him heavy with their crossover programming. Laredo, I believe, caught a victory before against Phoenix by cheating. I'm not too sure, but
yeah, he cheated.
I think it'll be a great matchup. I see Phoenix winning just because of how loved he is in AAA. And it could have, in my opinion, based off the card, it could have the potential to be match of the night, just simply from like an in-ring perspective. So give me Ray Phoenix.
I take it back. Laredo Kid is going to retain. I just read he's had the World Cruiserweight Championship for over 500 days.
Laredo.
He's not losing that strap. World Tag Team Championship match. Pagano and Psycho Clown, who are the champion, versus the War Raiders. Shout out to the War Raiders. I can't say anything good enough about Ivar. Ivar's a goddamn dog.
Yeah.
Goddamn dog, man. And if they were ever to release that, man, I'm emailing him 50 times in 50 minutes because I need to interview that man. I was an absolute dog and a baller. Someone for the War Raiders. The AAA Latin American Championship. Jesus Christ. The son of Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yep.
versus the son of the Viking.
Baller.
I don't know why El Hijo del is just like in every single these fucking lucha stars. Like I get it, you're your daddy's son, or your daddy's, or your uncle's nephew. You know what I mean? Like Jesus Christ. I'm going with Dr. Wagner Jr. because Vikingo. They want that man to be a heel, but
he's a heel.
He's a heel officially.
He's been.
Good for him. But we all know what we're here for.
Yeah.
Mask versus Mask. I think I saw a shit post on X that said Chad Gable returns this Monday on Monday Night Raw, and I was like, oh, okay, that kind of ruins it. But El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano. I'm gonna spoil it for right now. Ludwig Kaiser can never go back to being just Ludwig Kaiser. He is El Grande Americano for the rest of his life, dog.
Yep.
Correct.
And that's what it feels like.
He can never go back. He'll probably never be as big on WWE TV, but it doesn't matter, dog. Even if he was to go get cut, he can Rey Mysterio as GM, first active wrestler GM. I feel like it's gonna lead to Dom being hair versus mask. You know what I mean? It's gonna lead into that because Dom not even on the card. So
he's gonna blame his pops for it. We didn't have me on.
They're trying to figure out the next whoever wins this hair versus hair match is gonna be or mask versus mask match is gonna be the number one contender for Dom.
And they're gonna give the strap to El Grande Americano because you got to put a rocket on that man. That man is doing amazing work in AAA.
Listen, he's perfected the Spanish language. Fluent. They're making murals of him. They're painting murals of him in Mexico. Mexicans don't need to be born in Mexico. It's crazy with El Grande Americano's face on the wall. He's got the beautiful Latino woman on his arm.
He's doing jail time for us. Crazy.
But he got arrested for whooping some ignorant dude's ass for saying some ignorant ass shit. So
Allegedly.
That right there, I'm sold. He's gonna be a WWE champion in a year. World champ.
World champ is crazy. They don't even love LA Knight like that.
Danhausen versus El Grande Americano, WrestleMania 44 main event. I see it in the stars.
I'll tell you what. One day they're gonna do a documentary on El Grande Americano, and it's gonna be the coolest documentary you could ever see. Because it's gonna start off with one guy, go to an injury, come back to another guy. Like
it was the best thing that ever happened. It was the best thing that ever happened to him, dog. I'm not
really
lying to you.
He probably would have been released with in that last cut of releases had he not got this character. Real talk.
That'll be in the documentary.
I'm not gonna hold you, dog. He can never go back to being Ludwig. Ludwig who? You mean El Grande?
It's crazy when you're handsome and have to wear a mask.
Yeah. I think this one is at night. So
Saturday, 10 p.m. I think.
Yeah. So WWE decided to give us a full day to mess up our complete Saturdays to try to convince our wives to not run errands.
We in Italy. We in
the
Mexico.
AAA matches.
It has like Joe Hendry's song.
Yeah. Shout out to Danhausen too, dog, because that man has been balling at ESPN. I just need him to curse whoever wins the OKC San Antonio series.
Danhausen.
You gotta pay him. You gotta pay him. You gotta pay him.
I will gladly pay him all the monies. So that was it, guys. We've kept you guys hostage for about 105 minutes or so. So let's get you guys to Boogie and the Oogie. Hey. Yeah, you do look like a mix between Matt Murdock and Scott Summers. It's actually mad funny. Matt Summers.
That's how we do it, I guess. What happened to the other pick? Where's the other pick? The other pick. We have that picture, then we have the one against the wall.
Oh, we do have. I don't know if he uploaded it.
He probably didn't upload it. I'm just wondering. Anyway, go end the show. See you later. Bye.
Mike, let the people know where they can find you, dog.
You find me here on Thursdays, most Thursdays, unless I have some sort of previous obligation. Or you can find me at Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling Podcast. I don't know if I exist anymore in this realm or in this time, but I'm here on Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right.
And of course, I'm the one that loves to hate and stays awake. I'm Nitram. And you can catch me on Twitter at NITRAM_4 SOTR. That's NITRAM_4 SOTR.
I didn't even take that picture. Nah, you good. I wasn't taking the picture. Tino, we can't catch you nowhere. We can't catch you nowhere. You don't exist. You're not a real person.
Twitter,
you're not a real person.
Make sure you guys check me out. Check out all our content. It was so fun seeing you guys this past Sunday. Until next week, y'all.
The last bullshitter kayfabe is here. You get Tyner to 100 TikTok followers, I'll post a video of him dancing. Jeez, see how much groove he got then and there. You know what I mean? And you can find me absolutely nowhere. I'm generally scared for Mike at this point. You can find me absolutely nowhere. 4 Sides OTR on X, 4 Sides of the Ring on every other social media platform. Instagram, 4 Sides. 4 Sides of the Ring. 4 Sides of the Ring. We got our own social media platform called 4 Sides of the Ring. God damn it. Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, MSN, Gmail, Hotmail, My Mail, Your Mail. If there's a social media platform, we're on it. Follow your boys.
Till next time.
Yeah, till next time. Peace, love, happiness. Nixon 4 always.
Thunder 6.
Whatever you do.